Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the review of Legend of the Sea Devils. Now, did it leave me in a deep pool of emotion, or was it a little bit fishy? Let's talk about this. Yeah, that'll do it. I'll do it nicely. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, let's get down to business. Legend of the Sea Devils is a complicated matter, I think, because half the episode I loved, half the episode I was bored, and I think this was a very put together very quickly episode. You could see that the plans changed. The amount of camera cuts during the sword fights, some of the dialogue was just, quite frankly, diabolical to get away with. But on the other side of it, the latter end of the episode, I really enjoyed. I'm shocked as anyone. I thoroughly enjoyed like the last 25 minutes of the episode. I thought Dan was good. I enjoyed the pirate captain. She was good. The whole awkwardness between the Doctor and Yaz at the beginning of the episode just didn't work. But then on the latter stages, towards the end of the episode, it started to get a lot better. I've got to say, Yaz was middling in this episode. I wasn't too keen on her. And the camera angle on towards the end, where she's looking up at the Doctor, they could have done that a lot better, because you can tell she's squinting in the sun. And I remember a camera shop, I think it was a workshop with Spielberg that I watched online. There were several shots in Jurassic Park where the actors are squinting, and he'd do reshoots for a whole week to cover those shots because he didn't want anybody squinting in the sun, because it just doesn't look nice on camera. And I don't think that shot last night looked good on camera. But the sword fight, the action, the Sea Devils, I was quite happy with the Sea Devils. They were quite menacing, even though the beginning was just an absolute cluster of screaming people and quick cuts, which on second viewing did give me a bit of a headache. But to say the least, that you can tell that this episode changed a lot, because apparently this originally was going to be Jodie Whittaker's final episode in Who. And if I was Jodie, I'd be a little bit disappointed if it was. But apparently about halfway through this episode, the talks of the centenary was going on, so there was just a massive changes. So I've got to say, this is a very middle episode. For me, it's a bit like Turn Left, or Midnight, or very middling in the the Almost People with the 11th Doctor. It's very similar to that. It seems like it's very in the middle of the season or towards the end of a season. I think it was planned for, because it seems to be in the middle of a story. I think if you didn't add the whole Phasmin, I think this could easily go in the middle Flux. It really could. I don't know where you'd put it, but it could easily go in the middle of Flux. And I think some of the writing just wasn't there for quite a bit of the episode, especially the first few minutes. And I'd like to go over the high points now. I would say Sekin Akinola, well done, son. You're the hero of this episode. I think the soundtrack for this episode was chef's kiss. By far his best music since, I would say, the Me and My Mates, I would say. Yeah, for the first Dalek special during season 11, I would say that's probably his best music he's done as Who. I think it was great. Then we look at, obviously, other parts of the episode. I thought Jodie was strong towards the latter end of the episode. Dan was, you can tell Dan's just there as random comedic effect. I thought the die bit was a bit thrown in, a bit out of nowhere to the left field. See, it could have been thrown at the end of Flux, that bit with Dan. You could have done, you know, an extended finale of the finale going from the Vanquishers straight into Legend of the Sea Devils. You could have done that and put Legend of the Sea Devils as the finale for the series. But it was a little bit random. And I would say this is probably one of Jodie's strongest episodes, I would say. See, the little bit at the beginning, like I said, was very chop cutty, chop cutty, chop cutty. And Jodie, you know, overusing the sonic screwdriver like we've got used to in Doctor Who episodes. But on second viewing, I've noticed that her Doctor has started to calm down a little bit, and it's come totally out of the left field. And it does suit her Doctor when she just dials down the bouncing off the walls a little bit. When she's a little bit more thoughtful, where she's a little bit knowing what the plan is, being the smartest person in the room, like the way the Doctor is supposed to be written. But it's got to be said, every time Chris Chibnall does a partnership writing in an episode, you know, you look at Fugitive of the Jadoon, you look at Demons of the Punjab, you look at, you know, this episode recently, the Legend of the Sea Devils, he does better as a partner. When I think somebody's supervising him and going, you can't go that little way, you can't go that way. And there'll be more videos coming up on the channel on my thoughts on the recent interviews with Chris Chibnall. And I think I've made it quite clear on Twitter exactly what I think of it. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about him, I'm here to talk about the episode. So, like I said, I think the hero of the episode was Sedi Akinola's soundtrack. I think the soundtrack was absolute chef's kiss. Wonderful to listen to, really was great. And I would say, yeah, that's me kind of happy. I'm not going to talk about the trailer, which left me in an absolute state the other night when my all-time favourite companion turned up out of nowhere in the middle of a trailer. I'm not going to lie, it drove me to drink. Thank you for that, BBC, I needed that. So what I'll do is I'll leave that with you and see what you think. It's my little review. Hold on, I haven't done a score. If I was to give this episode a score out of 10, I'd probably say it's a strong 7, I would say. It was riding a crest of a 5 up to, in the first, I'd say, 20 minutes. But then the other 25 minutes were absolutely fantastic, and my favourite bit was the sword fight at the end. Okay, it was a bit chop cutty, and I think the whole Thasmin resolution thing, where she declares her love, and you know the Doctor obviously knows, and was done very, very classily, and I think it was very, very well done, that episode, and that is the bit where I'll stick up for the episode. Yeah, there you go, guys. That is my little review on Doctor Who Legend of the Sea Devils. There is another video to come out about talking about the trailer for certainly the centenary special. We still don't know officially what the name of the episode is, unless they're just calling it Coming Soon. But yeah, there will be a little video on my thoughts on that, so keep an eye out for that. So if you like what I do at the channel, hit that like button, and if you'd like to continue to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, guys. Take care. Bye bye.